Hello everyone, it's Becca from Becca Books and Bujo, and today I'm reacting to the opening round for the 2023 Goodreads Choice Awards. I haven't looked at these yet. I have no clue. They just dropped this morning, so I don't know what is being nominated, what I could possibly vote for. But I'm doing this with a little twist. I am hoping that there's not too many on here, but my goal for this year is to read down my physical TBR, right? And so what I'm planning is for every book that is nominated, that I haven't read, that I own, I have to read it within a month so that I could possibly vote for it in the final round, if that makes sense. So as we're going through this, I'll be reacting to the books nominated and then also be making a TBR for a reading vlog that will probably come out in December. So let's see. Let's start a screen recording now. Okay, so here we go. Vote in the opening round. This round closes in 12 days. So if you're seeing this video, it just came out, or the opening round just started, and you should be able to go vote yourself. So vote in the opening round. Let's go. The first round is fiction. We have The Bee Sting by Paul Murray. Never heard of it. Big Swiss by Jen Beagin. Uh-oh. Okay. Evil Eye by Etaf Room. That is the first book that I own that I haven't read, so that'll be the first on the TBR. Then we've got The Wishing Game by Meg Schaefer, which I have read, and I really liked it. I think I gave it 4 or 4.5 stars, so that's a good contender. And Ellen Hildebrand, The 5-Star Weekend. Haven't read it. The Celebrants by Stephen Rowley. Jojo Moyes, Someone Else's Shoes. Mamie by Jessica George. Family Meal by Brian Washington. Wow, I feel like I've read none of these. Blackouts by Justin Torres. Wellness by Nathan Hill. That was a Book of the Month choice, I think. Burnham Wood by Eleanor Catton. I haven't even heard of some of these authors. The Connollys of County Down by Tracy Lang. I think that was also a Book of the Month choice. Shark Heart by Emily Habeck. The Invisible Hour by Alice Hoffman. Oh, The Collected Regrets of Clover by Mickey Bramer. I did read that one, and it was a bit disappointing for me. That was a 3.5 star. Yellowface is on here. I think I gave that one 4.5 stars, so that would maybe be my winner for now. Tom Lake, I just read recently and gave 4 stars. Pineapple Street by Jenny Jackson. Hello Beautiful by Anne Napolitano. I've heard really great things about that one. So looking through this fiction, I'm not going to vote yet. I have 12 days, I think, to vote, so we're going to see how many of these I can read in the next 12 days. But if I were to vote, I think it would be for Yellowface or The Wishing Game. And actually maybe The Wishing Game, because that just had great nostalgia for Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and thinking about your childhood books. So yeah, I would vote for The Wishing Game. And from this list, we have 1 book added to my TBR. So let's go on to Best Historical Fiction. I hope I've read more of these. Maybe not. The Keeper of Hidden Books by Madeline Martin. Never heard of it. Oh, I really want to read The Secret Book of Flora Lee. If only I owned it. Do I? No, I don't. I thought I had it on Kindle, but I don't. Go as a River by Shelley Road. Never heard of it. The Covenant of Water by Abraham Verghese. I've heard of that author. Did You Hear About Katie Carr by Crystal Smith Paul? That was a Book of the Month pick. A lot of these are Book of the Month, my goodness. And I heard good things about that one. Let Us Descend by Jesmyn Warren. That just came out. I don't know how it could possibly win. Like, literally the other day. River Sing Me Home by Eleanor Shearer. That is the first one on this list that I have read. I did really enjoy that. I think I gave it 4 stars. A really beautiful book about slavery in Trinidad, I believe, and a woman trying to find her children that she had lost to slavery. So I guess that would be my vote for now. Looking for Jane by Heather Marshall. Banyan Moon by Tao Tai. That was a Book of the Month pick. The Vaster Wilds by Lauren Groff. I've heard of Lauren Groff, but never this book. The Paris Daughter by Kristen Harmel. Paris, that's a good buzzword for me. Hang the Moon by Jeanette Walls. I haven't read it. North Woods by Daniel Mason. Oh, here is another book adding to my TBR, Wayward by Amelia Hart. I own this and haven't read it. So that's one adding to this TBR. That is, I think, kind of a witchy book, but also historical fiction following three women who are all associated with this kind of magical house. The Heaven and Earth Grocery Store by James McBride. The House of Eve by Sadika Johnson. Lady Tan's Circle of Women by Lisa C. Beyond That, The Sea by Laura Spence Ash. The Echo of Old Books by Barbara Davis, and The Wind Knows My Name by Isabel Allende. Wow. Okay, so the only one I've read in this list is River Sing Me Home. So I guess that would be my vote for now, but we will add Wayward onto the TBR and see if I would vote for Wayward or River Sing Me Home. All right, Best Mystery and Thriller. I probably haven't read any of these. The Only One Left by Riley Sager. Nope. Bright Young Woman. Nope. Don't Let Her Stay. Nope. What Lies in the Woods. No. After That Night by Karen Slaughter. No. Good Bad Girl by Alice Feeney. No. All the Sinners Bleed. No. Thursday Murder Club. Interesting. I do have the first book on my TBR, but because that's not technically up for the awards, I won't add it. All the Dangerous Things by Stacey Willingham. Oh! The River We Remember by William Kent Kruger is on here for mystery thriller. I guess, yes, it is a mystery. And I gave it 4 stars, I think. Or maybe 3.5. Wow, I can't remember. It definitely wasn't my favorite William Kent Kruger, but I just always love his storytelling. So I guess that would be my vote for now. Oh, I do own The Maid's Diary by Lorith Ann White on my Kindle. So I guess we'll be adding that to the TBR. Homecoming by Kate Morton. The Coworker by Frida McFadden. Vera Wong's Unsolicited Advice for Murders. I have wanted to read that. It sounds so fun, about an old lady solving a mystery that happens, or a murder that happens in her tea shop or something. Rachel Hawkins, I'm not surprised she's on here with The Villa. Haven't read that. Angie Kim, Happiness Falls. I would love to read that. Rebecca Mackay with I Have Some Questions for You. Oh, None of This Is True by Lisa Jewell. Oh, I think I own The Leftover Woman by Jean Kwok. Do I? Let's check my Kindle really quick. Nope. Just The Maid's Diary. Okay, I must have like possibly thought of that one for one of my Book of the Month choices. Okay, and another Frida McFadden. Oh wow, The Housemaid's Secret. So she's on here twice. I guess if I had to pick one, because it's the only one I've read, I would choose The River We Remember by William Kent Kruger, but we are going to add The Maid's Diary to this list and see. Ooh, if I have time, I would love to read None of This Is True by Lisa Jewell for this vlog. Also, the reading vlog that this TBR is for. I'm all over the place today, trying to film this quickly on a lunch break. I do technically have that on my script, so kind of my TBR. Okay, so we will definitely add The Maid's Diary though. Let's go to romance. I would think I would have some on this list that I've read. A Long Time Coming by Megan Quinn, I have not heard of. Meet Me at the Lake by Carly Fortune, not read. Oh, here's my first one that I've read, Romantic Comedy by Curtis Sittenfeld. I really liked this. It was 4 stars. While it might not necessarily belong in the romance category, it was still good. This would be my vote. Hello Stranger by Catherine Center. I loved that book. It was a 5-star book for me. Wildfire. I've heard good things about the Icebreaker Maple Hills series, but I have not read it. Oh, I have this book on my Kindle also, In the Likely Event by Rebecca Yarros. We all know Rebecca Yarros because of Fourth Wing fame, but she also is a romance writer, and so I guess I'll be adding this to my TBR. This stack is getting bigger and bigger. I think something happens on a plane and maybe a plane crash, but there's also romance. Maybe romantic suspense. I have read Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez. While I enjoyed Part of Your World better, I still did like this one, but I think my vote is still for Hello Stranger by Catherine Center. Let's keep going. The Long Game, no. The Right Move, no. Pucking Around, no. Final Offer, no. The 7-Year Slip is one that I'm interested in. Also, The True Love Experiment. Ooh, Love Theoretically is so good. I gave that one 5 stars. Allie Hazelwood, I mean, she's just amazing. I have not read You Again, not read anything in the Chestnut Springs series, haven't read any in the Knock 'Em Out series. Oh, and Happy Place by Emily Henry. That was a good book. It wasn't as good as Love Theoretically or Hello Stranger for me, so I wouldn't vote for it, but Emily Henry always wins, doesn't she? I feel like she's won the past 2 or 3 years. I've also wanted to try Sarah Adams' Practice Makes Perfect, the second in the When in Rome. I think it's just more so companion books, but and have not read this Anna Huang. So I think so far my vote would be, let's see, Hello Stranger, but we're going to add In the Likely Event by Rebecca Yarros onto my TBR. Okay, Best Romantasy. Is that a new category? I don't think there's ever been romantasy before. I can bet I haven't read any of these. Zodiac Academy, no. Awakening, no. Crowns of Nyaxia. Well, I've heard of all of these because I watch BookTube like crazy. I have not read any of these, nor do I have any of them. That's where Fourth Wing is. Nor do I have any of them on my TBR. So we're just going to skip that category altogether. I won't be voting, won't be reading any of those books. Now we're on to fantasy. I've heard about all of these. I haven't read any of them, nor do I own them. Hellbent, The Last Tale of the Flower Bride, Atalanta, Starling House. I may be interested in Starling House. I've heard such hype about it. Swordcatcher, Bookshops and Bone Dust, Venko, The Book That Wouldn't Burn, Stone Blind, Witch King. Oh! The Unmaking of June Farrow. I got that one from Book of the Month last month. This is by Adrienne Young, kind of a magical realism fantasy, I believe. I haven't read it yet, so that's going on the TBR too. And I haven't read, no, none of these Samantha Shannon. Okay, so I don't have a vote yet for this one, but we will read The Unmaking of June Farrow to see if it deserves my vote for the fantasy category. Science fiction, I doubt I have read any of these, but let's check. We've got The Marriage Act, Lightbringer, The Gin Pot of Shantyport, The Deluge, Land of Milk and Honey, The Great Transition, Children of Memory, The Future, Bridge, The Light Pirate, In the Lives of Puppets. Oh, T.J. Klune. I haven't read it though. Ascension, Another Martha Wells, Some Desperate Glory, The Ferryman, I Keep My Exoskeletons to Myself, Translation State, yada yada yada. Oh, Chain Gang All-Stars. That is one I'm interested in. I didn't realize it would be sci-fi, but I suppose it's kind of dystopian. Yeah, so I haven't read any of these either, and none of them are on my physical TBR, so we will just skip that category. Next, we're on to horror. I also doubt I have any that I've read or on my shelves. Nope. I may be interested in Monstrelio just because I've seen Kayla from Books and Mala read it. Nope, none of them. So we can just skip the horror category as well. Best young adult fiction. Maybe I've read. Oh wait, young adult fantasy. Okay. Probably not. I probably haven't read any of these. Chains of Thorns, House of Marion, These Infinite Threads, The Stolen Heir, Blood Debts, Silver in the Bone, Curse for True Love, Divine Rivals. I wish I had that book, but I don't. So won't be adding it to the TBR, won't be voting for it. Nope, none of them. Too bad. Okay. Best young adult fiction. Now here's the young adult fiction. I probably haven't read any of these either. What Happens After Midnight, Imogen, obviously. Rain, We Deserve Monuments, One of Us is Back. 9 Liars, Brothers Hawthorne, Pride and Prejudice, and Pittsburgh. Forget Me Not, Never Ever Getting Back Together. The only one I've really even heard of is 5 Survive by Holly Jackson. Oh, and I've heard of this Talia Hibbert and the Allie Hazelwood. I haven't read any of them, and I don't have any of them on my TBR, so we will be skipping young adult fiction. Debut novel. I hope I have some in this category. Beyond That, The Sea, In Memoriam, I Keep My Exoskeletons. Oh, both The Collected Regrets of Clover and River Sing Me Home are on here. Out of those, I think I would choose River Sing Me Home. Oh, and The Wishing Game is on here too. That's going to be my top vote for sure. As far as other books that I would own, I do not. Oh, Wayward is on here too. Okay, well, I will read that one for sure. And for now, my vote, like I said, would be for The Wishing Game. Nonfiction, I doubt I have any on this list. Let's just quickly look. Roxane Gay, I've heard of. Wow. I need to up my nonfiction game, maybe. I've heard of this Butts one, but I haven't read it. Nope. Let's get that one. Memoir, an autobiography. I've maybe read one on this list, just thinking Spare would be on here. Britney Spears, Paris Hilton, Beth Moore, Sophia Sinclair. Oh, yep, there's Spare. Told ya. So I've only read one so far. Yeah, I guess my vote would be for Spare. I don't even know if I would vote for it. It was okay, but it was, I mean, yeah. The only ones I'd maybe be interested in are Britney Spears and Paris Hilton, but I don't have any of them on my TBR, so we'll see if I eventually vote for Spare or just skip that category altogether. And now we're on to history and biography. I doubt it that I've read any. I've heard about this The Wager one, though. A Tale of Shipwreck, Mutiny, and Murder by David Grann. Not on my TBR, though, so I won't be picking it up, at least for this video. Nope, none of them. We're skipping that category. And the next one is humor. Oh, funny. Surely You Can't Be Serious. I didn't even know that that was a book. Just looking through these lists, I've heard of this. XOXO Cody, Being Henry. Interesting. Why are some of these under humor and some of them are memoir? I don't know how they make these distinctions. Oh, I've heard of this Tough Titties on Living Your Best Life When You're the Effing Worst, but I haven't read it. Okay. Oh, is that the end? Well, I haven't read any of those, so let's just quickly go through the TBR that I have created from this. So you'll be seeing this, just this stack of books, and then I will again have a reading vlog, hopefully coming out in December, if I can get all of these done by then. So in the best fiction category, Evil Eye by Etaf Room is being added. I also think Wayward was in there, or maybe that was for the historical fiction, but this is by Amelia Hart. A lot of book of the month options are here. This was for fantasy, The Unmaking of June Farrow by Adrienne Young. And then I believe I had two on my Kindle. I'm using this as a representation of my Kindle just because I have pictures of books in here. And those books were The Maid's Diary by Laura Ann White. I actually have a picture right here. And then the other one was by Rebecca Yaros, which is In the Likely Event. I don't think I have that one printed yet because it's kind of a recent ad. It's not in here. So, 5 books to read for this Goodreads Choice Awards vlog. I would love to actually read them and hopefully have better options for all of the choices. Get as many options as possible that I could vote for in the opening round. So, let me know in the comments down below if you have read any of these 5 and what your thoughts were on them. Also, which book do you hope will win for any given category? Let me know in the comments down below. It would be great to have some bookish conversation with you there. Thank you so much for watching. Like this video on your way out. Consider subscribing to my channel if you would like to see more bookish and bullet journaling content from me, and to stay tuned for the vlog where I read these books. And I will see you in the next one. Bye!